Stupid. It's a loaded word, and we use it all the time in so many different ways. How could I be so stupid? Don't be stupid. Of course I'll help with that. Stupid dog was barking all night. Don't say stupid, honey. It hurts feelings. I've tried explaining that it's okay to call a thing stupid, just not people, but that's not entirely true either. Your painting looks stupid. It doesn't even look like a... Sometimes calling things stupid hurts feelings too. So we go back to the black and white, right and wrong, never always world that makes sense to children. And we never say stupid. A few months ago, my daughter Eleanor called her older brother Oliver stupid. And what siblings don't do that? Hurl easy meanness back and forth without a thought beyond momentary anger. Feelings are hurt, tears are dried, sorries are said, and everyone understands that it isn't really true. But when your daughter calls her older, special needs brother stupid, there's far more at stake than hurt feelings. Because at age 7, Oliver can see that some things come more easily to his classmates, to his little sister, and he understands what stupid means. I heard the fighting and the name-calling, so I sat them down, listened to sides, and ignored the ice that pierced my heart with that awful everyday word that I misuse all the time. We never say stupid. It's not nice. It hurts feelings. Soon enough, they were at it again. I intervened. There were more tears and unreasonable behavior, then arbitration, then defiance. Then my husband Chris arrived on the scene and sent everyone to their rooms. Once things cooled down and Chris was talking to Oliver, I went to Eleanor. She cried and explained, and I listened and agreed, but then I explained and tried not to cry. And she listened and finally understood why we never say stupid, because it hurts feelings. Later, Chris told me that Oliver actually asked him, "Daddy, am I stupid?" How do you continue to breathe when your special needs child asks you such a loaded question? How do you answer? For the first, it takes a lot of effort. For the second, it's as natural as breathing. You say no. No, you are not stupid. Never think that. Never worry about that. You are a very smart boy. And Oliver isn't stupid, so that's not an ambiguous response. It's the truth. But the rest of the truth is that he is different. He has a hard time joining in with the kids playing around our house. He still likes Thomas trains and Matchbox cars, long after the other boys his age have moved on to Star Wars and Pokemon. His delayed social and communication skills make it almost impossible for him to understand the rules of elementary school games. He can't play sports or even tag. But where he isn't adept at navigating complex social interactions on the playground, he's incredibly intuitive about other things. He can read my emotions better than any other person in the world. Sometimes when I'm feeling sad but putting on my happy face, he'll ask me, "Mommy, are you crying? Not crying?" He can see crying on the inside. Most emotionally evolved grown-ups don't see that. And I have never seen a child be so accepting of differences in others. He doesn't question the choices people make for themselves. He takes their prerogative for granted. And I guess he expects the same in return, which is apparent in the fact that Oliver doesn't like wearing pants. He refuses to wear them at home. In fact, he doesn't wear pants in any home where he feels at home. I often walk into rooms at neighborhood playdates and find my pantsless son building Lego towers or lounging in front of the television. And he hasn't the slightest concern for what people think about this. You may be looking and thinking, "Dude, put on some pants." But he's looking at you thinking, "You sure about those corduroys? It's pretty uncomfortable." So no, Oliver is not stupid, but he is different. He doesn't learn or approach things the way most other kids do, and he's starting to recognize this. I recently spoke with his teachers about holding him back a year. He's so obviously not ready to move on to second grade. But this will require more than just a request from me, because it's a deviation from the norm. The school's goal is to advance students through each grade, giving them the support that they require to reach their highest potential. And there's nothing wrong with that. The only problem is that I may have a different expectation for my own child's potential. Listen, I know the teachers care. I have seen this firsthand. There isn't one teacher, classroom aide, or therapist working with Oliver whom I don't implicitly trust to have his best interests at heart. In fact, I would go so far as to say that they love my son. But he's my son. No one will ever love him like I do. No one will ever have his best interests at heart like I do. No one will ever see as much potential in him as I do. So it's up to me. I don't want Oliver to feel stupid. I don't want him to think he's stupid. And while I can't control how he's going to feel or think, I can help to create an environment that will guide him to better self-esteem. And holding him back a year may give him a little more time to catch up. I think that's a good start. I can't predict what will happen next for Oliver, but I can do everything in my power to ensure that he's given a chance to see his own potential, to believe in himself, to never accept the label stupid. Oliver's teachers like him as much as they love him, and they tell me stories about him. The most recent one came from his classroom teacher, who's been with him since the first day of kindergarten. She said that he sometimes gets into his lunch bag when he arrives at school. She wasn't sure if this is because he was hungry or if he just wanted to eat a snack. We all agreed that it was probably the latter. It was noted that he does like his salty snacks. And apparently he's quite partial to the soft pretzels that they serve in the cafeteria. Not that he shouldn't even know about them, since he doesn't buy a school lunch. But someone obviously shared a pretzel with him at some point, because he does know about them, and he really likes them. In fact, according to his teacher, Oliver must have made a friend who works in the cafeteria, because regardless of the fact that I have always packed a lunch for him, have never given him money to buy one, several times a week, she will look over at his table and find him enjoying his own soft pretzel. So several times a week, my son, who has these delays and goals to improve his ability to communicate and relate to other people, charms someone into giving him a free salty snack. Smart boy.